Hello, everyone. This is a TOEFL Listening. Listen to a conversation activity. In this type of question, you'll hear a short dialogue between two people, usually in a campus setting. The key is to listen carefully for the main idea, the reason for the conversation, and any suggestions or outcomes. We've just listened to a conversation where a student is facing a technical issue. Now, let's focus on the problem and break it down together. If you're finding this helpful, be sure to subscribe to my TOEFL for more lessons and tips to ace your exam. Now,
Hello, I'm having a problem with my laptop. It won't connect to the campus printers.
I see. Have you tried restarting the computer?
Yes, a few times. It didn't work.
In that case, you'll need to bring it to our support office. We're in the basement of the library building, open until 5 p.m.
let's analyze what the speakers are saying, sentence by sentence. Hello, I'm having a problem with my laptop. It won't connect to the campus printers. Right at the start, the man clearly states his issue. He says, I'm having a problem with my laptop. This immediately tells us the general topic. He then gives a specific detail. It won't connect to the campus printers. So the main idea is a technical problem. The phrase, problem with my laptop, is the most important part of this sentence because it establishes the reason for the entire conversation. I see. Have you tried restarting the computer? The woman's response, have you tried restarting the computer, is a classic tech support question. This tells us about her role. She is likely someone who helps with technical issues. It's a common first step in troubleshooting, which suggests the man has come to the right place for help. Yes, a few times. It didn't work. The man's answer is short but important. When he says, it didn't work, he is confirming that he has already tried the simple solution and it has failed. This means the problem is more serious and will require more than just a quick fix. This is a key detail that moves the conversation forward to the next step. In that case, you'll need to bring it to our support office. We're in the basement of the library building, open until 5 p.m. This is the final instruction and solution offered by the woman. The phrase, in that case, signals that because restarting didn't work, a different action is needed. The action is to bring it to our support office. She then provides two crucial details: the location, in the basement of the library building, and the operating hours, open until 5 p.m. This last sentence is very likely to be important for a question about what the man will do next. Great. Now that we've analyzed the conversation, let's tackle our first question. This question asks about the main reason for the conversation. Why did the man contact the woman? This is a main idea question. It asks for the primary reason the man started this conversation. The key word here is why. We need to find the option that best summarizes his problem, which he stated at the very beginning of the dialogue. Let's look at his first sentence again. I'm having a problem with my laptop. This is our biggest clue. Let's take a closer look at option A. He cannot find the library. This option is about finding the library. The woman mentions the library building as the location of the support office, but the man never says he can't find it. The library is a location, not his problem. Therefore, this is incorrect. Now let's take a closer look at option B. He needs to print a document. This is a tricky one. He probably does need to print something, which is why he discovered the problem. However, his immediate problem isn't the printing itself, but the technical issue preventing it. He says his laptop won't connect to the campus printers. The core issue is the connection failure, not the need to print, so this option is not the best description of his problem. Incorrect. Now let's take a closer look at option C. His computer is not working correctly. This option perfectly summarizes the man's opening statement. He says, I'm having a problem with my laptop. A computer that won't connect to a printer is a computer that is not working correctly. This aligns directly with the main idea of the conversation. This is the correct answer. Correct. Now let's take a closer look at option D. He wants to buy a new laptop. This option suggests he wants to purchase a new computer. The conversation is about fixing his current laptop, not buying a new one. There is no mention of buying anything at all. This is clearly incorrect. Incorrect. The correct answer is C, because the key expressions in the text directly match this option, while the other choices either provide incomplete information or clearly contradict the passage. All right, let's move on to the second question. This question asks us to predict what will happen after the conversation ends. What will the man probably do next? This is an inference question. We need to listen to the suggestion or instruction given at the end of the conversation and conclude the most logical next step. The key phrase is, probably do next. The woman's last statement is our guide here. She told him, "You'll need to bring it to our support office. We're in the basement of the library building." Let's take a closer look at option A, restart his computer again. This option suggests he will try restarting again. However, the man already said he tried that a few times, and it didn't work. The woman gave him a new instruction precisely because restarting failed. It would be illogical for him to repeat something that has already failed. This is incorrect. Incorrect. Let's move on to option B, buy a new printer. This option is about buying a printer. The problem is with the man's laptop, not the campus printers. Buying a printer wouldn't solve his computer's connection issue. The conversation gives no indication that buying anything is a solution. This is incorrect. Incorrect. Now let's take a closer look at option C, go to the library basement. This option says he will go to the library basement. The woman's explicit instruction was to bring his laptop to the support office, which is located in the basement of the library building. This is the most logical next step for him to take to solve his problem. This is the correct answer. Correct. Now let's take a closer look at option D, wait until after 5 p.m. This option suggests waiting until after 5 p.m. The woman clearly states that the support office is open until 5 p.m. This means it closes at 5 p.m. Waiting until after 5 p.m. would mean he would find the office closed. This is the opposite of what he should do. This option is incorrect. Incorrect. The correct choice should be marked as C, because the context of the passage supports only this option. The other choices involve surface-level reading or misinterpretation.